Thank you. Mr. Reichert.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Secretary Lew, in 2009, the administration economists predicted that under the administration's trillion-dollar stimulus plan, the unemployment rate would never rise above 8%, but we all know that's not what happened. Unemployment rate soared above 8% for 3 years. It's fallen to 6.6% only because I think millions of people have stopped looking for work and are no longer counted as officially unemployed. So that's nowhere near the 5% unemployment rate the administration said we would have by now. In fact, your current budget, the administration doesn't expect the unemployment rate to return to 5% ever. The best we'll ever see is 5.4. Why has this been the weakest recovery for jobs ever?
Congressman, when we came in January 2009, we knew the economy was bad, but when the statistics were finalized as to how bad it was, the deep hole from that recession was much worse than anyone knew at the time. So I think you have to look at it in perspective of how bad the situation was. It was much worse than when those projections were made. It was much worse than anyone understood. I think if you look at the path of the recovery, given how bad it was when we started, bringing the unemployment rate into the mid-sixes is a lot of progress. We have said it's not enough.
Secretary, we're now going on 6 years, and why should we believe the administration's policies in this budget will work any better to promote job creation and reduce unemployment?
I actually think that if you look at the record of this administration between the Recovery Act and the Dodd-Frank Act and the actions we took, we contributed in a very significant way to the recovery. And if you compare the United States to other developed economies, we have a stronger economy that's growing better because we took decisive action.
Sir, the budget that you're presenting today, how can we have faith that it will speed up our economic recovery?
I think the policies stand on their own. I'm happy when we have the time to make the case on individual
I think the unemployment
policies.
rate
But
speaks for itself.
I think the record of where we are compared to other developed economies is a very compelling case.
And I know my time is limited. Real quickly, can you assure us that by next week you can have to this committee at the request of Dave Camp, as the chairman has repeated over and over, the emails and documents from Lois Lerner?
You know, I know that we've been back and forth on that issue, and there are conversations with the IRS on that. I'm going to leave that to the conversations that we've had.
Can you commit to providing those documents by the end of the week, next week?
We have worked to respond to the
commitment?
committee's requests, and we will continue to be
It's not happening, sir. Can you commit to make it happen? Without a deadline, can you make it happen?
Congressman,
yes or no?
we will continue to work with,
Can't do it.
with this
okay.
committee.
Thank you. I yield back.